So hi and welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. See if it's working. So the stream is starting. Oh, forgot to share that I am live. Quick share before I forget. Sorry about this. So today I'm going to continue to color page my book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. Unfortunately, there's nobody on the stream yet, on YouTube anyway. Got too many hashtags, I think. Tweet. Close. Oh, and I have someone watching. Hi there, channel. So today I'm going to continue to color page 28 from my comic book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. And I'm using the program Clip Studio. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna color everything so I don't get any turquoise edges there. Face. And I got my pen tablet, a medium size. I find that the medium size works best for me. And also I like Intus because it's cheaper than Cintiq, and also because I don't put my hand over. Cintiq is traditional painting in the sense that the tablet has a touch screen. You're with your hand over the illustration, which I don't like. I prefer this coloring, that I just have the screen in front of me and I don't have to have my neck down, because that can be tough. It's a much better position for my neck anyway to sit up. And now that I've mentioned it, I think my screen is down a bit. Can lift up. There we go. I have a big ass screen, which is awesome for me because I can see and I have room for all the windows. One thing I like about the US, the prices are much next. And any tech stuff you want is just cheaper and easier to get here than in other places. And they got like really nice partnerships with China, and you get a whole bunch of goodies from China, which I just love. I'm gonna color the sky. In fact, I can just get the other sky from there. truth be told. So this is 5. I'll delete that empty layer there. I just kind of have the sky, and it's the more light and more. Not sure how long a sunrise lasts. Let me check. Oh, I have 2 people watching. Hi there. Sunrise duration. Sunrise to take. Angle. Tra la la. 4 minutes. Wow, that's super short. 2 minutes. 2 to. Yep. So by the time this page is done, look who's eating my bandwidth, Steam. By the time this page is done, like, the sunrise should be all done. And I'm just gonna what is Niels copy? I have 2 line arts there. I'm not sure what Jun wanted to do. And I press Alt and I remove so that I can take from here and color it. Bam, there we go. Oh, there's a tower there that did not get colored. Here we go. Erase the extra. I'm just gonna shut my window up. It's getting warm up here. It's pretty windy and I have just a huge draft, and I'm getting headaches from the draft. Like, I didn't used to have this problem back home because I lived in an apartment that had all the windows on one side. Issue of draft, and the headaches can be quite annoying. Okay, so let's color the eye. Niels color. Mouth. And panel 6. Actually, she shouldn't. So I'm just gonna take the line art, cause she's a cyborg dog. So she has a collar, kind of like Doug from the animation. So she talks through that and not her mouth. And I wanted her to smile in this one because she's saying she's like encouraging Niels. So the action takes place in Cambridge, UK. And the main character is a little boy from the uh, century. And he went back in time to visit his hero Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton has had a sad childhood. Like, I didn't know that. So it kind of explains why he was so peculiar, I guess. And so his dad died before he was born. And then his mom, a few years later, either out of financial reasons, just fell in love again. Though not sure, middle-aged Britain was known for good times for women, but you know. So it was most likely from financial reasons. She remarried, and she gave the new kids. Two, if I remember. Newton has he had siblings, half siblings. And any of them. It is not that surprising to me. Like, he was abandoned at 2 years old, left to live with his grandmother while his mom remarried, so I can't imagine him being too glad about that. At some point, like, Isaac Newton kept, and he was so bitter about the situation that it was that he wanted to burn them all, but I think that was more in judgment. It was more emotional, I guess. Invented calculus and did a lot of math. He was apparently very emotional, which is definitely in contrast stereotypes that people associate with well, like with all the Hollywood movies, like uh, the one with Alan Turing and so on. Like, they're being, even though Hollywood is picking the more flamboyant aspects of being a scientist, like mental illness. My husband is a scientist. He's mentally sane. All of his colleagues are sane as well. I would say that none of them are rednecks or hillbillies. There's not much of that going on. It's usually people from middle class that can afford to go to schools like these. And even if the education is free, like in some European countries, um, this requires you getting a PhD in something, and also extra schooling and stuff like that, because the schools are not always to offer the kind of education that I don't know, overachievers or whatever you want to call them need. Like, school in general gives education for a general kids, and usually to be a scientist you gotta early on in learning a whole bunch of stuff that's just not taught at the school level. And so doing that outside of school, getting the extra education. So being a scientist, it's generally uh, rich people pursuit. Middle class now, fortunately, it's gone down a bit. It's not only just the extra rich that can do this. Middle class can. If you're dirt poor and you live in a hut or in a decrepit building and you have bills to pay and stuff like that, you gotta start working early. Family or something like that. Overall, like, it's something that needs a lot of outside, like family members or friends or teachers. I follow the NASA website page, and they just announced their new astronauts, and a lot of them spoke how much support they got and how their family helped. One of them lived down the street from NASA. So yeah, tricky being a scientist. How are you? How's it going? I was just talking about NASA announcing their new round. They did a selection recently, like there were 18,000 people, NASA astronauts, and they like chose 12 of them or something like that, and they were really proud of the fact that selection yet. Like they had 2 women people. It wasn't just all white dudes. So they were proud of that. I really hope will come a day when that is no longer an issue. Hi Kirani, how are you? Can you hear me okay? I try not to offend your bot today, yes, you know. Ah, stupid bot. I do know. I like. What did you say to it to get offended? I'll not block myself from the chat. That would be stupid, but I wouldn't be surprised. They're like super stupid humans that you can't even ask not humans. You can always ask nicely even if you can't reason with that human. You're like, please, 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 please do this for me. I think it didn't like my overusing of symbols. Well, screw. Ridiculous. Okay, please. It's not a good joke. Can you not do it? It's not okay to greet someone by telling a girl, you know, and like with your boyfriends. Okay, you can talk however you want. Say that to a girl. The good news, why robots can't replace humans' role. Also, I believe it counted punctuation as symbol. Yeah, stupid bot. I don't know if you guys can see you. Let's see if everybody's writing. There we go. Another person. Yep. Okay, let's see if I got the belt here. Talk about, you know, telling girls to shut up. There was a watch American news. I kind of have to, and it kind of affects me in some way. Not much, but you know, still I like to keep an eye on it. And they had that, you know, hearing, you know, the FBA guy got fired by Donald Trump and all of that. And then they had a hearing. Looks really weird. That looks like a Smurf. Cross digital time space waves. Yay! Anna, I don't know, Kirani, if you can read the other chat, but Anna said hi. And And the Munchkin senator was questioned by a woman of color, and the guy that oversaw the hearing or something like that interrupted that woman and told her to let the Munchkin talk. Actually, the one that was interrupting her, but whatever. And like, it's now a whole scandal. Like, don't tell women to shut up. Now research regarding how much women and men talk. A whole bunch of psychologists have determined that men talk way more than women. Which, from my personal experience, that like wherever I've been, it's usually the men that talk most, and women are just kind of sitting around and waiting for the event to finish so they can go do something else they like more, like gardening. So that was really funny to me. I've never been told to shut up. Usually I'm questioned, interrogated. Are you so silent? Are you silently judging us? And the truth, and I don't hold you in high regards, but usually I answer with, oh, I'm shy. Or I don't know the subject very well. I'll let you guys. Yeah, the interesting. Yeah, I didn't follow all of it because it was just so boring to me. Like I inclination to listen to the whole soap opera again. Like the bores me. There are some fun moments that I do enjoy. Like when Macron, the new president of France, the Putin, Sputnik and some other Russia Today or some other news outlet is propaganda and fake news and something like that, and Putin was right there. And also Megyn Kelly questioned him. The U.S. elections, and Putin was a high school girl, like, oh, you guys must be so bored inventing stuff like that, all you haters out there. Like, there are definitely some fun. Like, you would expect adults to be more professional and adult-like, but I guess they can't. Some people just don't get past high school. Yeah, just listen to YouTubers that I trust the opinion and break it down. All been watching Murica interfering for an election, yet now a ironic twist scandal. So concerned about the war and forming that none of us the media seems to be reporting on. Yeah, I mean it's a delicate thing. Now I don't talk too much. I can't think and talk at the same time. I think you're just. I've been told I talk too much. I wouldn't want to say that. It kind of has a negative connotation. When I was little, my dad used to tell me that I talk too much, and then I stopped talking to him. And he was like, "Oh, you never call," and I was like, "Why would I? You didn't want to listen to me. Why would I want to call you now so that I can listen to you talk to me? No, thank you. Yourself." Yeah, just how I thought. I like talking. That to do podcast soon. Let's start a discussion. Am I right? Well, what else? No, okay. I don't understand what you're talking about. Us illegally entering combat with weapons that are supposed to be banned by the UN. Hard people when you're friends with people around the world. Yeah, like I was talking about um, the other day, how amazing it is that, through Twitter and Facebook, like you can talk to the people you're invading. To like separate before. You'd be like, oh, the red menace, oh, he's the yellow menace, the whatever menace it was in the cartoons, in the comics. You can't really do that anymore. Because the people can talk to you on Twitter and call you a jerk. Like, don't call us the red menace. But yeah, I've seen some age comics. They were really funny. Like, amazing, like, all of the stereotypes. But it's funny in a way. Like, if I guess if you're not in a whole situation looking from the sidelines, it's funny. Like in the Kingsman, there's a character, a cowboy, and he's an American hillbilly type of person with a southern accent, and he has a whip, and he like whips it around. Or I think he was the villain. I'm not sure if he was a villain or a good guy. I didn't. But anyway, the action in my comic book is in Cambridge, 16, 38. I forgot. I'm so bad with numbers. Good thing I wrote it down. Oh, 1683. 1683. And what's interesting then is that has had recently been formed. So like Scotland and Britain or whatever it was called, I forget. Uh, like I have to go look in the pages. Uh, yeah, so oh, it was England united with Scotland and it became Great Britain, but I think Wales was already on in the boat. My kids are being wild to own a wolf. No, I would never want to own a wolf because it's and very expensive. Like if you want to feed a wolf properly, um, I'm not sure you can afford to do that. Because you're supposed to feed them meat. It's expensive. Like dogs can eat polenta, they can eat like anything. They can eat bread with water and still live somehow. I mean, healthy, but they're gonna live. But you can't feed the wolf bread and water and expect. So please don't get a wolf. It'll probably eat you. Grow a vegan wolf. Yeah, that would be cheaper, but I'm pretty sure it's still animal cruelty. Wrong color, those buildings there. And nobody told me. I thought you were my friends. Like in Futurama, there was a... Yeah, that was funny. I miss Futurama. Bring Futurama back. Please. Please. Pretty please. Pretty please with a cherry on top, please. Please. It doesn't have the framing I thought it had. I didn't look properly at the door. Okay, I will draw a line. Kind of make that framing there. Agreed, maybe a Netflix deal. I think more it will be more of a the edgy quality guys. Like Netflix does a lot of stuff and they don't really care about it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. They like don't put a lot of to what they dish out. So I'd be like super happy Facebook was if HBO would take on Futurama, but not gonna happen, sadly. Fan-funded Patreon, yeah, I would fund that, but I don't think people can fund it in copyright issue. Like Fox owns Futurama, so yes, Kay, that's why we were saying that you shouldn't get a wolf because it's expensive and us, you're kind of poor. You're not doing that great. So, also you need room for a wolf and you need to get friends for the wolf because it will go crazy if it doesn't have any friends. I mean, hit up Matt Groening, be like, dude, yeah, I don't think, I think if he could have rebooted, if I to be a killer, take it hunting with me, go capture some geese for me. Okay, why don't you just get a dog that looks like a wolf? Getting a real wolf is a... it will eat you. Finding Dory? No, I haven't seen it yet. It just seemed like really a stupid story, so I didn't look into it. I wish uh, like I wish it was a bit different from what I mean. Like it was just, you know, reusing old stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you have it on Netflix, I'm sure if I had it on Netflix, I would just watch it. Part of it anyway. I would just skip through the story. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do. I like the Transformers. I watch them and I watch them at home so I could just, you know, skip. and get to the interesting parts. Like I would skip over the human dogs because they were really stupid, and I just went to the robots beating each other. Yeah, robots. But those breeds tend to be for sniffing them out and howling when it's found, not for killing. Why do you want to kill? Okay, like why do you want to? Like that's a horrible way to die. And even though I like to eat meat a lot, I prefer humanely killed meat stuff, not brutally murdered. Like I don't know why you want that, Kay. I think maybe you need have some issues. And hopefully you'll not progress to wanna kill humans. Like usually that's how psychopaths start. They kill, then they move on to kill people. Kinda cute despite the odd story. I do that too. Yeah, I mean like some movies are pretty lame, so you kinda have to skip them. The no doorknob is missing here. Most around my home can feed the community. Beats him, yeah, he will lose weight easily. So I'm just gonna take the doorknob here and glue it in the other panel because in fact the whole door is missing now that I think about it. So I'm just gonna but I don't have free transform shape and clips. I have it in Facebook, in Photoshop. I don't know what's wrong with me in Facebook today. So I will take that Photoshop where it's easier for me because I have the tools. With one stone, yeah. I really think Kay may have played a hunter in some MMORPG. Yeah, if people stick to hunting in RPGs, I have no problem with that. My grandparents had a farm, and my grandfather was a veterinarian. I know how the chicken is. There's nothing fancy or romantic about it. Not very fun to watch it get its head chopped off or its feathers plucked. Like I'd rather not see that part. It's tasty when it's on my plate. Leave it at that. I read the story that raised the cougar to hunt for him. It would go out late at night and come back in the morning with a kill. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's 100% real, just like everything else on the internet. That sounds cool, but it's actually really hard to do. I do like to be aware of the exchange though. What exchange do you mean? This time, K? This. We consume meat with this lack of awareness of the. Well, um, fun. Like, I mean, would you still want to eat potatoes if you knew how, I don't know, Mexican immigrants or African slaves or whatever worked on it to get you those things? Like, would you still want the clothes made in sweatshops by kids? it's really hard to determine these things if it's actually true. So it's a matter for the police to like gather the evidence and do the what is right. In general, there are laws, and for the most part, they are um, in the U.S. and in many other places. The animals are euthanized painlessly. I don't know if you can call it humanely, but painlessly euthanized. And then after it's dead, I don't think feathers being plucked is not gonna feel it. And a lot of the farms do not employ illegal immigrants. A lot of factories do not employ um, child labor. So it's not that evil, all of it. There are bad situations like these, and the police needs to take care of them for sure. People do that all the time. I know there was a video on YouTube about a musician who raised one as a pet. A friend once told me how he killed chickens with his family, and he was too funny. Meat, I go local, talk to producers. I'm not against meat consumption, just the lack of native style, I suppose. I don't know what's native about that, but I don't have natives where I'm come from. I mean, the whole of the nation is native. 90% of it's Romanians, remnants of the Roman Empire, the conquering around there. And we don't have any. I mean, maybe we do, but we don't have that many religious crazy people that then refuse electricity like there is here in the US. Like, I mean, we do have some priests that every now and then, they go on in the newspaper and say women should not be using makeup, women should not be shaving their legs and other nonsense like that, but nobody really listens to them because they're considered. Why would you not want a woman to shave her legs? It's been mutually agreed upon style for millennia. Like, we've had this discussion before. Conclusion that hairy legs on a woman not sexy, hairy legs on a man barely tolerable. But every now and then you have a crazy person that is allowed to speak, freedom of speech and all that. I don't even have arm hair, really. And then I think the Romanian priests would really like you. Maybe they do prefer hairy women. Who knows? They're weird. Well, I will vote for a not shaved legs fashion every 2 days this summer. I mean, it is uncomfortable because you get irritated. Like, this is the reason my husband doesn't want to shave his beard, and he looks so yeti kind of creature. But I think it looks much better when he's shaved and has his hair cut in person. I really don't find this, hipster very desirable with men with huge beards. I'm like, priest. Why would you want to look like a priest? Like a caveman? Why? Not. I think just K's Native Americans. I don't know. But I think if I don't have hair, I wish we could identify the gene that controls. Like, I would really want to have hairless legs. It would be such a money and time saver. A man that shaves also his vagina. Probably a lazy man said that. One that didn't want to take care of his appearance. Yes, now you have the envy of all of the European women. I'm growing a fat guy beard. Sad life for me. Like, I really look forward to the and get a vaccination, and you wouldn't need to anymore because it's so time consuming and expensive and uncomfortable. Like, I hate it. I had to go to the salon and very good at doing it by myself with hot wax. The willpower to rip it off. I tried to do it, but it was too painful. Kids on overdrive. Take care, Kirani. Have fun chasing them. No, I think it's a lot easier to go to a salon and have someone else do it. Of course. Take care, Kirani. Bye. Yeah, everybody wishes they. Bye bye. But these cheap in my country. Like, I had in the big city. I lived in the capital. At the edge of the city. Yeah, not waxing them. I really don't like those creams. I don't have the patience for it. And it smells weird. I'd say that waxing is the quickest, and I would go to a salon once a month because, like I said, at the edge of the city, so I could take the subway and for I could go to the edge of the city and then go to a salon that was super. Rent was really cheap there, and um, I guess the salaries were really cheap. I could not afford to go to a salon that was near me. I would have to go over to the edge of the city by subway and then return another hour, so like the whole thing would take me 2 hours to go there, and then a couple of hours to uh, waxing. What else did I did? That. Yeah, maybe if you have short legs, it's not a problem, but I have usually needed like 2 tubes of the cream, or I would just do one leg and then sit there and wait and get really bored. So, nah. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I used that one too. Ah, but I can't wait for the day when you can get a vaccine or whatever, and the hair on your legs will just fall off and your teeth would grow back. And then you can eat all the candy you want and not be worried about the fact that your teeth are gonna fall out. Come on, enter. Because the dentist is also really expensive. And it's kind of inevitable that sooner or later your teeth are getting old. Even if you don't eat any candy. The day comes, I'll probably be the first person to sign up. This should actually, oh no, because the angle, so yeah, that will be good in the background. Have you ever hand painted? Hand painted what? I have hand painted a whole bunch of stuff. Michigan is really warm and humid. We had a thunderstorm last night, and I tried to go outside to see what was happening, but there was like water falling all over, and it started entering the house, and I had to panic a bit and I closed the door. The sidewalk has really odd shape, and like the water is coming back into the door. It's rusted. So the metal framing of my door is completely rusted. I mean, I expect any day now to like pull the door and remove it completely from the wall, and like and be wondering why. How does this? Okay, getting the door. color. I'm gonna make it metallic, but I think like I should make it maybe a darker metal. And I'm gonna off just so I get a uniform color. There we go. I'll check the. Don't remember what they were saying in the last one. I think it's able. I don't have to move anything. And now the background. Here we go. And I'm gonna unblock this. And now purplish. Realized I've only done digital stuff. Lol. I know some animes have hand painted backgrounds and you can see a clear difference in quality. Not trying to say one. See. Mix the two. For my work, I generally do only digital because it's easy to move around. Like I said, continents, and I'm gonna have to change the continent I live in again. Traditional art materials doesn't work for me. I do traditional art more of as a hobby, and I always give it away or I donate it or something like that. Because I know I cannot take it with me, and it doesn't really improve my digital quality of work. That are easier to achieve in traditional, like for watercolor. It's easier to draw watercolor style with real watercolors in real life than to try and get that effect in digital. Like you have a lot of brushes and you can do it, sure. But it's kind of limiting in what you can do. A bit of both, and you can see it on my Instagram. I posted there. I've posted it on Facebook as well. You can go check it out to see what flowers and I drew. I think I can even show. So we got photos here, the albums. There it is. Album. I just have a around with. There's my hand. I really like painting my fingernails crazy colors. Like I don't bother with my face, but I see my hands all the time, so I like them to have pretty colors. Okay, blend brush again. I really need to set some different let's what shortcut can I set for this one? Because it's also blend. I got the V key next to the B key. Oh, shortcut settings. Oh, main menu. No, I want tools and I want oil, India, subtool, brush, watercolor. So the blending brushes are in watercolor, and I got the dense watercolor. Okay, so are gonna be V. Oh no, I can't do that. Not V. No, not backspace. Select. Okay. So I got the B. I'll change this to. So I want to change that as well. Shortcut setting. Oh, blend is J. Blend. I want it N, and then the brushes here, they're gonna be B as well. B. Blend. I think this was it, or is it that's another thing. I don't know what that is. Running color on fifth fiber. This acts as a blender because it doesn't actually work like watercolor, but I will change again. I'll let it be J. Brush the watercolor. I'll just make it W. In use N. Okay. If N didn't have anything. Oh. Brush. But where is the effect decorations? So I have to look for decorations. But where is it? And decorations, I want it to be the okay, so now B, it's gonna be hmm? I didn't save. Pen, pencil, pen, pencil. Okay, then I'll edit this. B, N. Okay. Was 2 and N I want. Okay, finally. Was not as easy as I thought it would be. And it's for 15. I'm actually start it in going to Photoshop as well. I hope the sky is not too distracting. And I can start doing the shading. would flatten all my layers. Damn. I should have exported for the save as. Hmm? There we go. So I'm super happy that I have Google Maps because it helped me a lot with this comic book. It would have been a lot harder without Google Maps, and a lot harder. And also Wikipedia. It helped me a lot with the research. Like search was this section here in the middle that had a gazebo of some kind, and I was able to easily go and check out to see and existed back then or not. For the most part, as far as I can tell, a lot of things have stayed the same. In 500 years, in like the streets have changed much. Of course, this makes it a lot. Of ah, I have a lot of brushes, and it's only like uh 20, maybe less of all the brushes that I actually do have. wish I can video. Copyright strikes that on YouTube bots get in trouble. But all of this heat is making me sleepy. Making me but at least it's like we're starting finally to have nice days. I wish I could go to the beach or something like that. I don't know if I told you guys, I went to a Bill Murr show. And I do like stand-up comedy, so Bill Murr looks so depressed and tired and exhausted and just out of it. Or something, or just was depressed because of the election. I'm gonna take it because I don't want it to affect too much to be too orange. Purple, and the highlight I'm gonna do with orange. It's generally a good idea to have cold shadows and kind of warm. It just looks prettier that way. So this is page 28. I'm planning to do another 21 pages, so it should be about in the other one plus 23, 40 died. And this is one of the few things that I like in Photoshop. One of the few things. The fact that you can have a stroke. Put a center and free. 2, no 3, 2. It's uneven, so it doesn't look great. I'll put it outside. There we go. So that is 5, 6. Oh no, it's 5. So I need to take it from 2 to 5. 5. preview. Oh, was a purple, but a darker one. Maybe you can take advantage of that. And I'm gonna want a light orange, and that's gonna be a bit darker. Okay, very good selection. And also now there we go. Multiply. And I should have some stars here. There we go. I want the mask, not the layer, the mask, not the layer. Come on. If I unlink it, There we go. And now I'm moving the whole. And stream here. Next week I'm gonna do the Color Me collab. Life is Strange Before the Storm gameplay previews is great. This is great. Look it up. Uh, Life is Strange Before the Storm. Ah, I remember. Now. Yeah, it looks really good. Really good. Watching next week, I'll be doing the Color Me collab, and that will be on Tuesday, and on Thursday I'll do a new page from the comic, page 29, and then come page 29. I really enjoy it. It's a fun page. It's gonna have a lot of cats in it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for watching.